Good morning and welcome to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis, and along with Trent Haston, President and CEO of the Roby Family of Companies, we're your hosts. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y.com. So, Trent, today we have a very special show. We're talking about really the Roby Family of Companies' signature charitable event, Pitchin for Wishes, and that supports Make-A-Wish of Central and Western North Carolina.
Yeah, Ash, a very special day. I'm glad to be here today and to talk about this this topic that means so much to me. The Roby family is all about charity, so we've been doing charity for a long time. Little League. I think we've been doing Little League for over 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, you're 65 years in Charlotte. I know that's always been big. Dilworth was, I think, the team that you sponsored over the years for the most part.
Well, I grew up playing Dilworth Little League baseball for Roby. Hey, Roby. And I get to meet so many people that are like, man, I played for you in Little League. But as we evolved, it came a point in time where we wanted to hang our hat on something special, and I went to my dad and my brother and my uncle at the time back in, I think, 2008, 2009, and I said, I want to pick a charity, and I want to do something special. I want to have a cornhole tournament. And they looked at me and said, are you crazy? We're contractors. We don't have cornhole tournaments.
They didn't say, what is cornhole? They figured that out.
They kind of knew. I mean, we're redneck. we play cornhole when we hang out, so.
It's a fun game, that's for sure.
No, it is. So anyway, I believe that a truly good company spends its brand on something charitable, and cornhole was a platform because I was talking to my wife, and she said, hey, when all you guys hang out, all you do is ever play cornhole, so why don't you try to figure out something around this game and something that you can promote to your clients and to your vendors and polish that diamond. So cornhole was what it was, and I remember when I was telling my dad and my brother about what it could be, I said in 10 years we can raise $100,000 for charity, and I think last year we raised over $200,000.
That's amazing.
For the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
And we're going to talk later in the show with a few folks from Make-A-Wish of Central and Western North Carolina, and we're going to talk more about what you've raised so far. We won't let that nugget out just yet, but you're going to hit a pretty big milestone hopefully this year. And one of the things I have enjoyed about being part of the Roby family of companies is you see a lot of companies talk about being a part of the community. And they may or may not be doing that for the right reasons. You guys are ingrained, we are ingrained in the community, and you do it for the right reason, to give back.
Yeah, we try to. I mean, we feel like we have a responsibility to the community and to the society as a whole. Back in, I think it was 2008, I had a friend that worked with me. His dad took me to see Warren Buffett Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting, and Warren said, "Hey, everybody has a diamond. You can polish your diamond for good. You can polish it for evil. You can polish it for bad. You can polish it for profit, or you can polish it for charity." And I want to polish a diamond for profit, obviously, and polish it for running a good business. But at the same time, I really came back with the visp and venom, so to speak, to polish it for charity, and that's what we've done. And I think we're now in our 8th year this year, so it's very special.
That's great. I know. Just growing up in Charlotte, my father was a home missionary. I was telling you before the show, so I was.
That's cool.
It is very cool. And he did a lot of things around charitable causes, and that is something that stuck with me because it was in my formative years. I was 12 to 15 years old. I was helping him he had a toy store for underprivileged kids, a food bank, a clothing store. So I learned it early on, and not everybody has that opportunity. It's great to see where you guys and what we're now doing now that I'm part of the family for my kids to see something like this. And I know that means a lot for you as well.
So your dad, he did clothing stores and toy stores and stuff like that? It was we called it a store, but it was more of a free bank where you could come in, and if you didn't have food, you come in and you shop. And how old were you during this time?
10 to probably 16, 17 when he retired.
That's pretty cool. Because
pretty cool.
I'm trying to teach my kids through our charity too, right?
Exactly.
I love them. I left this morning. My middle child, Rowan, she had on a cornhole shirt when I left the house today, and it just made me glow a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think it was like our 4th year cornhole shirt, so it was very special. I had them the other day. I'm going on a mission trip to El Salvador with my church, and the other day I bought a bunch of Krispy Kreme donuts and had them sell them. I think I'm in the red. I don't think we did well, but I had my girls hawking donuts on the side of the road.
See, next time you got to factor in that. You mentioned profit. You got to factor in the cost of goods so they understand the business side and the charitable side.
What I taught my children that, what I think it was last Thursday. What I taught my children was worth more than a couple $100 in the red.
It's totally worth getting in the red for that. That's great. I do remember when I was a kid, my dad also did a lot of work with juveniles, and so I'd go on trips with them, and they just became my friends. And they were all the guys that maybe you get back to school and people didn't hang out with as much, or they may be a little afraid to go talk to. But it helped me become much more diverse and have a larger set, and help me understand and have a little more empathy as I've gotten older.
Right, and it was always hard for me because asking for money without providing a service for somebody was very hard. But I justified it through asking for cornhole and asking for Roby and the Roby family and for Make-A-Wish. In the early days, it was LLS, but I felt like we were adding more value, and we were going to go out and spin the flywheel. We were going to go out and make the dollar that somebody gave worth $5, and that was what I felt in my heart, and that made it easy to ask for money. So absolutely.
And speaking of Make-A-Wish, we're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we're going to be joined by Amy Brindley and Katie Barnhart, both with Make-A-Wish of Central and Western North Carolina. We're going to talk about our signature event, Pitchin for Wishes, and what we're doing this year to raise money for Make-A-Wish and all the things they're doing over at Make-A-Wish. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.